Okay, your time is over. Can you give me the paper?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. So, describe a time when it was difficult for you to use your computer. Please tell me when it was, and why was it about, and then, of course, other things that you want to add.
Yes. I remember a time when I was at university about 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And I usually do, and I often do, did my homework, my assignments on computer, by computer. So it was a really handful. It was really handful device, computer. I mean, actually, I came across a lot of problem with my computer too, because I used a lot too. There is a friend. I had a friend that time. He was really good at working with computer, working with softwares. So anytime I come across a problem with my computer, both software and hardware, I went to him, and he helped me, and often he could did my problem. He could solve my problem. And the most time the most things that I had problem with was with my my software. I work with software name is ANSYS, and it was really hard to working with ANSYS, and he was professional. My friend was really professional at that software. So I usually go to him, and I went to him and ask my problem, and he did anything that he could, and yes.
So what was that software about? Can you explain it?
ANSYS is about mechanical, and it's about designing mechanical things, and having a simulation. You have to do a simulation and analyze it, and after that you have a result. And it's really handful. It's really progress program. That most of engineering parts use this software for doing their projects. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Now we're going to part 3 already, which would be some sort of questions regarding, of course, general topics, and then we're going to discuss about them. Okay. So the first question is that, is the use of robots good or bad for the society?
Of course, it's good, I think, because humans can't do any hard jobs in the future, I think. And beside it, it's something that is robots replace humans' job, take humans' job, of course. But I think human can invest in our projects like repairing robots, beside working with them, or working in their parts. And I think they are really helpful, because the danger, some works that humans do is really dangerous, and it's better to work by robots. And sometimes working in really high places, it's really dangerous for human. So robots can do that better than humans.
So there are pros and cons. There
Yes.
are advantages and disadvantages
yes.
to have robots in our life.
Yes.
So you haven't made your mind already about, for example, whether it is totally good or completely bad.
No.
So it's
I think it's both good and bad. I think not no you know I'm not going to say that's good or bad. It's both of them, and because some works are really dangerous, some works are really stressful. So it's better to be done by robots.
okay. Very good. Okay. The next question is that did computer really help human lifestyle? I mean, in today and modern world, or for example, have you ever been given something specific, like by computers helping you in doing some certain jobs, or for example, covering some certain needs? I mean, how do you get that help and service from the computers in your life? Do computers play important role in your life?
Yes, of course. Computers nowadays. Computers have a great, occupy a really great part of our life, human's life, and we humans being nowadays do a lot of things. With computers today, our cell phones is a kind of computer. I think laptops, kind of computers, and our world is burgeoning very fast. So computers have a great part in this progress. Because they calculate really faster than humans, and they are really accurate than humans, and I think it's a good part of using computers and having having computer in our life, and
it's good. You said that you have no child right now, but
yes.
In the near future that you might have your child with yourself. So do you let him or her to use a computer a lot during the day? I mean, do you agree with using a lot of computer, like programs or like stuffs and softwares, to work or to play with computers, or not? There is a limitation for that.
Yes, of course, it's going to be a limitation for the children, of course, for adults too. And there will always be limitation using computers, because new studies cost that computers can make can improve, no, not improve, can make a stress in children's and if I compare with books, for example, or another activities. So yes, I let him or her, my child, to use computer or other digital servicing or other digital devices, but with limitations. For example, if they want to play game in their computer or in their mobile, so I let them to play around, for example, 30 minutes, and limitation should be done in this area.
Okay. So you will limit your child in terms of time.
Yes.
What about in terms of, the games? I mean, which game, for example, do you prefer?
Yes. And another area is the kind of game that is suitable for children. Yes, and it is released by the company that released the game, and yes. And we just listen to the company. This game is suitable for what age of children, and yes, and we may use them for our children.
Okay, very good. Do you agree with this very famous statement saying that a person who doesn't know about computer and how to use a computer is being like an illiterate person, a person who doesn't know how to write and how to read? So
Yes.
Do you agree with this one?
Yes, I agree. The new some new some new definition of literacy
Yeah.
is knowing computer. One of them is knowing computer, and how to how to use computer, how to how to program it or something like that. So yes, I agree. Knowing the computer is a special part of our life today, and we have to know about it. We have to use it. We should use. We should know how to use computers.
Is it only computer which matters, which is important, or this is something that you can generalize it for all examples of technology? Because now we're living in a modern era, then countries and people would try hard to be modern. Okay, so this is the time of technology. What are the impacts of technology in our life or over our life? That in what ways human beings' life are being affected by these new discoveries in terms of technology, and then of course in terms of the human lifestyle? I mean, computer was one of the examples of technology. So
yes.
we have other things like mobile phone is another one.
Yes.
Okay, like we have very fast speed trains. Also, this is another one. In terms of transportation, in terms of let's say home appliances or furnitures or different stuff and things that we look around ourselves will find them. So what do you think about?
Yes, technology has a great effect in our life in many parts. For example, when you going to travel to another city, to another country, you have to know about. You should know about a lot of things, and before the technology, that technology that we have today, it was really hard to know about. For example, what's going on in another city, what's going on in another country. So new technology helps us to solve this problem. You can know a lot of things about the place that you want to travel by computer or on a cell phone or any technological device that you own, that you have. So sometimes you have some brother or sister in another country or in a very far from place. So it's with this technology, it's really easy to to connect with them and to chat with them or to chat with your friends in another place. So technology, I think this technology helps us really good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're good. And the last question that I have, what about the social media? Also, it's another example of, having certain ways of technology. So do you use social media like by your cell phone or other means or not?
Yes, social media is a lot. It's other part of technology. It's a part of technology, I think. It has got its advantage and disadvantage too. As I said, it should be a limitation for using your cell phones, for example, and social medias are one of the part of your cell phone, and is one part of your life too. Cutting off these social medias is really, I think it's not really a good idea, because this social media help you to communicate with other people, to knowing new people, and improve your job. For example, social media like LinkedIn help you to find a job in other places. So I think it's not a bad thing. It has got a good part and bad part, and you have to wisely to use them wisely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
you've done, I think, greatly in this kind of interview and exam, and then I wish you the best, of course, for other exams to come in your life. Okay.
Thank you.
So here I have to already finalize my judgment about what you've done. Thank you very much. This is your ID.
Thank you.
Very good. And then what is that there are some positive points regarding your speaking. You were able to convey what was already in your mind. I mean, however, you had a little bit of stress in the beginning, but then you also have been able to control your stress and to overcome it, so, which is a magnificent job that you've done. This is very important, to be able to overcome the situation that you are already in. So this is one very, I think, magnificent point that already you made. Was very good. And then you, as I said, your communication skill also was very good. You could easily talk. At the same time, you could talk your own mind to the question that already you've been faced with. Also, using good average, we can say, level of vocabularies and also statements. They were all, I mean, done the job. But then you have to improve like your, let's say, expansion of vocabulary. So you have to use a wide range of vocabularies in terms of a different and general topics. So I think this is one of my advice to you is actually to do this. Of course, a piece of advice. And another thing is that there was some self-corrections. There were also some pauses. To some extent, they are normal. No problem with that, because you need even to think about the words that are going one after another in a successive way. Yes. But if it becomes more than what is natural, which I think was relevant to you, and then you were like having much more than the usual pauses that I might expect from a person who is taking the exam. So I think it refers kind of to your dominance over vocabularies. Sometimes you were looking for words, Sometimes you were looking for also how should I put this meaning into what form of the language. So you were looking for the structures. I think you have to give yourself also time to speak more, and to put yourself in the real situation, and then by that way, of course, you can also improve yourself. Some mistakes, grammatical mistakes, also like instead of saying went, you said go, or sometimes a Persian word would come across. Of course, these are something that might happen, no problem, of course. We're all learners in the, of course, English world, and then we learn from one another. So self-correction, I mean, in terms of the advancement and progression for your lexical sources or your vocabularies, which is another word for lexical words. So I think your dominance over vocabularies is average, but then you have that potentiality to improve yourself, of course. So very good.
Thank you
very much. So for the first experience of taking IELTS exam, I think 4.5 is good, but then you will improve it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, regarding my evaluation of Mr. Khalid, I think also he should work much more on his own English. Maybe there was a distance and then gap between his own courses. I mean, taking different learning courses. So I think that's why, which caused him a little bit trouble and problem while he was speaking. So he was looking for a word to be able to already convey what he had in his own mind, and also in terms of the vocabulary, he was, I think, below average, so lower than, of course, a normal, let's say, IELTS examiner. So I think he has to practice for that one as well. He made also some grammatical mistakes. There were also noticeable pauses, and however, he tried also to express his own feelings, and then he was able to communicate, but still I think there are some defects that he has to cover. So a fairly good collocation, but not enough, I think, according to my own idea. And then also, he had a little bit of stress in the beginning, but he could overcome that one as well. And he was also a little bit, ignorant ignoring the fact that the simple past and simple present, these are, for the basic level of English, so everyone who is going to make those mistakes, so he has to overcome all those problems. Thank you.